This is the first session for this 2020 AKC. My name is Nam-Joon Cho. I'm the president of Korea Science and Engineering Association in Singapore. We start this session because this session is very, very important and fascinating session in a sense that those people who pre-record the whole lecture that we're going to play are the people who study in Korea. Then they back to their nation, like Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia, and they have a very good career. So we ask them to share their idea. And then among in here, we have 20 plus people sitting there. We cannot see the video. I believe I can do this one to actually showing all the video. Wow, very nice. Because this lecture room, if we can host 100 people, but by the rule, COVID-19 rule, we can only host 20 inside. Outside, we have about 20 people logged in. So we're going to have a very good session today. Especially, I would like to thanks to the ARN, Asia Research Network. And here we're going to give you an exciting talk about what is the research network in overall and how that interconnect, and especially for we are in Singapore right now, Singapore connecting to the other countries like Asia, Korea, Japan, China, and so on. So this is a very, very important topic, and then he was the pioneer of all. So I'm gonna play my opening ceremony for this session as a video we prepared, and then we're gonna follow up this whole program. Thank you very much.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to Singapore 2020 AKC, Asia Korea Conference on Science and Technology. This year, the topic is human health and longevity in the post-COVID-19 era. Welcome all to joining this fantastic session. In this conference, we have a main session, AKC 2020, with an excellent talk, very exciting, regarding human health and longevity, not only the health, in the physical health, or we have digital health, relate with the food security, how we can actually using engineering with the societal impact and so on. And then this event is co-organized by Korea Scientists and Engineering Association in Singapore with the Korea Federation of Science and Technology Societies. As you were aware, this year is we never had this kind of experience like COVID-19 pandemic. However, with a great effort of scientists and engineers, we are fighting back and have a lot of improvement, including, as you heard from the news, we have a vaccine now very soon to available. Lots of company and scientists, university, government agency to develop the therapy for the COVID-19 and so on. In the same time, we have to change our lifestyle, like what we call this new normal, social distancing, we measuring temperature, and also you have to wear a mask.
36.1.
And a lot of this whole event is hit economic directly, as well as some of the activity of science and engineering. However, we bravely, opened this event, AKC 2020 in Singapore, on and offline hybrid fashion. And then now we have a gathering 20 some people for the special forum session, because that's the limit of the people we can
maybe
allow. And then in main auditorium, we have a 49 plus people are sitting in the limitation is 50 are joining this whole session. And as you see that this whole program is a hefty of a great talk from the founder of a concept of a creative economy in South Korea, a former vice minister of a future planning and ITC. Also, the next talk is Digital Intelligence Fund. She coined the name Digital Intelligence Quotient (DQ), and right now it's a global standard appointed by the IEEE. And we have a very special session from the Engineer Without Border, how we can using engineering technology to improve our society or benefit to our society. And then the chapter in Singapore going to give you a talk. And then also we have a few video clips from the Engineering Without Border. And then along with the science talk, we had Professor Chang going to give a talk about COVID-19. And also, recently, this year Nobel Prize is basically go to the hepatitis C virus. Discovery, development, treatment. Also, Dr. Chan is expert in the hepatitis C as well as Hep D, hepatitis Delta virus. He's going to give a talk prerequisite session. Along with this talk, we have three very, very exciting talk. One from the Marine Research Foundation. Nick gonna give you a talk about how we have to save the world from the waste plastic, which is, as you heard, 2040s. We have a 13 billion plastic waste will be wasted into the ocean. So you're not any longer swimming with the clean water, you're gonna swim with the microplastic. And then he's gonna give you a talk and some video clip we're gonna display in order to give you the flavor of what is the common status. Also, we have a very, very exciting talk about the convergence, and then talk by the kinetic engineering, industry engineering artist group. KSEASG, I'm going to give you in the boundary between art and science, how this art and science, or inspired by engineering and science, how we can actually develop the art, kinetic, and movement, and so on. It's going to be very exciting talk. The lastly, and then you may see the promotion video for the AKC 2020, we have a special talk for the TRACK1 project. It's the Meaning is Good Tea project. And Professor Park gonna give you a talk about how the momentary value, which is how the basically engineering valuation is matter in order to do the societal good or societal impact. And then the take particular attention for the Terry talk, which is very, very inspiring. And then we're hoping that after the meeting we can support this kind of activity and so on. Along with that, though I pre-recorded yesterday, actually today is the 23rd, pre-recorded discussion with the quantum technology with the Hudson Institute senior advisor from Washington, D.C., as well as a food agriculture expert from Cornell University. We did a panel discussion. A very important matter for the food security, food chain, agriculture development, and so on and so forth. This whole program and talk is, I have to thank to the General Committee who put lots of effort to get a program as an exciting program. as well as this event is very hard to actually do in on and offline, because when we actually planning this stage, the situation changes every single week or days. And then we luckily, in a prison, is a fantastic event from November 2020, 26, 28, Nanyang Executive Center at Nanyang Technological University. The title is Human Health and Longevity in the Post-COVID-19 Era. And then throughout the program, you may notice that we have, we co-organize one of the sessions. Actually, especially I have to mention, because this program is very exciting program, forum and networking for foreign student alumni for South Asia and India. This forum is we typically invite the professional around the Southeast Asia who has been studied in Korea, go back to their country to contribute science and engineering development, which is, I believe, is very important. Actually the vision was developed. This whole vision of Asia Research Network has been developed by or implemented by Professor Haewon Lee, the founder and president of Asia Research Network, ARN. And that this effort was a very early effort since 2007. And then I vividly remember how we collaborate as a NTU, Nanyang Technological University, as I'm from the Stanford University, how we interact with Asian countries through the Asia Research Network, which I believe is very, very important, and especially for COVID-19 pandemic era. So I give you a 10-minute or so briefing about this whole AKC program, conference, as something different, and we adapt quickly. We generate idea. When we implement it, and we deliver. I'm very proud of the whole member of Korea Scientists Engineering Association in Singapore. In open Singaporean, people say, hey, Singapore is small but strong. We have a member of 150 to 200, and then it's a small country, and then two major universities, NTU, NUS, Duke, NUS, SUTD, and so on. Even though we are small, we are very effectively work on, and especially in the sense of a Korean, we can be the reference center. In Asia, Korea can work together, because in the Southeast Asia, this is the place can be hosted. And then even though Singapore is a very small country, but if you actually draw the radius of 500 kilometers or so, you have Indonesia, you have Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and so on. I mean, it's huge opportunity in there. This is the most advanced country among them, and the interaction with the Korea is enormous. I believe that this platform can be recognized and utilized for benefit of not only the Korea science and technology, but also the benefit to many of the other countries. We can contribute together, help together. Especially this AKC 2020, we are co-organizing with Australia, New Zealand, Korea Science and Technology Association, also KSEASG, Japan Association, also the association with China. Unfortunately, we cannot invite them due to the COVID pandemic. I'm hoping that you can join via Zoom, as we are very well accustomed to. So welcome to this fantastic event again, and then I'm hoping that you can enjoy next 4 days. Thank you very much. Now I introduced each session. What does it even mean? AKC contains 5 different sessions. One main session, which is AKC 2020. But one of the most important sessions is what we call the TRACK1, Forum and Networking for Foreign Student Alumni from Southeast Asia and India. We are organizing co-host with founder and president of Professor Heavenly, and my name is Nam-Joon Cho, and also Dr. Jung Sang-Yong. We are inviting Southeast Asian, including Indian, graduate and residents in Southeast Asia who have studied in Korea. Then basically they contribute their own country. And then we have a great talk today. Start with Professor Heavenly, what is the vision and philosophy of Asia Research Network, the brain mobility. And then also we have a very special session for the Engineer Without Borders. And as I mentioned briefly, the following up special session is COAS Kinetic and Artist Group. They're going to be talk about how this utilize engineering even in the art and inspired by engineering, science, and technology to do the artistic exhibition and vision using the kinetic move. It's more like falling into the industry engineering. Also, we have a very professional talk from the Dr. Lee, Dr. Dang, the Williams, Indonesia from Lala, and so on and so forth. We were sharing great experience with those professionals, how they done it in Korea, and what they learning from Korea, and how they can actually implement in Korea. Knowledge to the thing. So this exciting event gonna be the first day. Right now, at this moment, from 2:30, and please all welcome.